feared for the power of her mind, worried about what she could find.
Hello Leo, this is your full moon reading, starting with the card Soon, then followed by Coincidence, the Devil, Open, Growth, and Imitation. With the Soon card, it feels very strongly like you deeply know that soon something you have been looking forward for a long or short time, doesn't matter. It is about to happen, and it's not just some wishful thinking. There is proper proof. You know deeply it is coming. It is already inside. You can already taste it, feel it, smell it. You know it. There could even be several things that you've been waiting for in different areas of your life, and it could be that they are, because I see, two beings soon arriving. This dwarf is looking at the time to jump, and for this, I don't know the English word, this baking egg or this cooking egg or cooking clock, I don't know how you call it in English, to ring. And the snail has also almost reached the finish line, and I take it literally right now that there are at least two things that you've been waiting for, and you know they are soon coming. With the Coincidence card, I'm getting many things at once. Like I'm getting something positive, but also something not so positive from this card. The not so positive aspect is some kind of naivety that you are still trapped in, because you feel a little bit self-assured, and maybe also because you are looking forward for something and you know it's happening, and that's why you think you can ignore the last hindrance or the last trap. Like the boy here in the picture, he's so happy, but it's just a coincidence that he's not falling into the abyss. So you should be a little bit more wary, is what I'm getting from this card. Even though it works, like nothing will happen to you. This is not a terrible prediction here, but just be a little bit more careful. Even though you feel very confident and self-assured and you know something is about to happen for you, you still have, even if it's just a small little path, a very small time frame, even in that little time frame, be aware, be cautious, don't fall into any kind of traps. And then we have the Devil. Oh, sorry, no, there is a positive aspect to this card. Let me get into this one first. You are you will soon feel very much at ease, very carefree. And as I said, being carefree can also be dangerous sometimes. You might pay a lot of attention to small things in a positive way. You might feel very enamored with nature around you. You might even discover some kind of smaller new passion with something, a smaller new hobby. You might feel very much in love with a person or with something else. So that's the positive vibe I'm getting at the same time from this card. Now I want to bring the Devil forwards, and just in one of the recent, maybe it's not that recent, but probably not a lot more than a month ago, I think I also posted a Leo reading where the Devil was showing up. And this again gives me a negative vibe with the Coincidence card. Like someone, even if it's not a literal person, then it could be a spiritual force that you have not yet faced, that you were supposed to face. And this force still has a tie on you. Even though you feel like everything is just gonna work out fine, be careful. This Devil is watching this boy. And yes, the boy is protected, and yes, the boy is reaching his goal. but there is still a little bit of danger here that you should not ignore. The devil also knows that he actually already lost, but he will desperately try to set up any kind of trap that he can in this short amount of time. Even as I said, if it's just a spiritual force, this could come in form of very negative thoughts. More than just negative, like really self-destructive thoughts, something like that. Or emotions, or terrible visions, nightmares. This could come in all kind of forms. And if it's a literal person in your life, then you know what people do sometimes to make us feel trapped, to make us feel terrible, to create some hindrances and boundaries so that we cannot be happy and reach a certain goal. So just beware of that. We have the Open card. It feels quite romantic. I mean, this is also you being quite open towards life, towards certain circumstances in your life, towards your destiny, but also specifically to a certain person. This could be, very romantic here. And it feels like a very innocent relationship where there is not a lot of, or no pretense at all, or, playing games or whatever some people do with each other, or where there's some kind of lying or swigging or, portraying yourself in a certain light to with this goal to make someone think a specific thing about you. This is not here in this relationship. This is very intimate. I mean, psychologically and emotionally intimate. And next to it we have growth. And I feel like this is a very sudden growth. It feels like a gift. A gift of life that is so big. No person could ever give such a gift. It comes from a higher power. And it could be this person that will enter your life will feel like a gift. Or something else. Some kind of spiritual realization. Something will feel so good. And like such a blessing. And a gift is a gift, so you don't have to work for anything here. It is not like planting a seed, taking care of it, waiting and waiting until something grows. This is a full plant that will just be given to you. It is ready. Someone else planted this seed for you. Huge blossoming happened, and then you receive this as a gift. We have imitation here. And there's a small negative aspect to it here. I said earlier, there is a relationship where there is no pretense. Be careful that you don't try to bring this stuff into this relationship, or that you don't, sometimes people have a fantasy about their perfect relationship, and when they meet someone they get along with well, they try to project this fantasy onto this person, and then it becomes a little bit inauthentic and a little bit complicated. So it's not a warning, it's not a huge danger here, it's just something on the side that you can watch out for. Also if the other person is doing that. Trying to impress each other, it's not necessary, just be yourself. No one needs to impress anyone here. And you don't have to recreate other people's relationship and take them as an example. You just do your own thing. With this imitation card, I was also getting something about children. Maybe there is some family planning that will be a topic here. We have trauma at the bottom of the deck. So there is something unhealed that might show up. Even when you think you have already been through this, I feel like there is something you have to go through again, but will not be super traumatic and terrible. It is also just a small thing on the side, like there is a little bit left that you have to work yourself through. We have the Yes card, so I feel like you are very open to face this, whatever it is. Maybe you have even been trying to face it, but it didn't really work, and now it works. And you can pull out the last part of the root of this, whatever makes you suffer or made you suffer, this trauma. There's also something I'm getting literally about a locked door. Either someone, maybe in your childhood, doing something to you or to someone you know behind a locked door. Or the trauma is about you opening a locked door, seeing something that you weren't ready to see. This is the negative aspect of the card, but the positive aspect of the card, of course, you will go through it and then you will be able to heal this memory. Another positive aspect of this card is that it represents an opening possibility. Something that was closed before will finally open. I'm reminding you of the Soon card. Could be that you have come a very long way to reach this. And finally, you are there and you have the perfect key at the perfect time. So that is very good. Even better, totality, so that confirms all of it. It is completing all of it. There is no doubt, there is no worry. There is just the total willingness to jump into something. Infinity, positive and negative feeling I'm getting here. Positive feeling, it feels very spiritual, it feels very empowering, like knowing there's something throbbing inside of you that cannot be hurt, that cannot be killed. Yet, we also have the waiting room card here. So there is something about this feeling of having to wait in, like forever, like something will never happen. Constantly being in this state of waiting. It could be that whatever it is that you will soon achieve or reach could be postponed for a few seconds, a minute. But this could already feel like forever and cause a lot of doubt. But then it will anyway happen. This could also be the energy that you are healing. Having to wait constantly your whole life, you may have felt like sitting in an eternal waiting room. And maybe this old energy is still lingering. Let me see, we have projection, morality, burden, sadness. Now it gets a little bit negative here. Loss, injustice. Okay. Don't worry, this is not energy that is coming towards you. This could be old energy that is still stuck in you, that you have to release. We have the trauma card here. All these things could be related to this old trauma, projection. Whoever this new relationship is, there will be almost no projection. Yes, this is completely different than this energy. Could even be the same person, and after a long time you meet again and everything is different. I don't know. It doesn't have to be this for everyone. It could be someone new. Then we have morality coming up for a lot of people. Something we have to start to see through. Hypocritical moral teachings that usually are invented by people who themselves don't follow it. We have burden. That's obvious. Something is feeling very burdening. Probably this constant waiting for something. Sadness, loss, and injustice. You might feel like your life, your whole life, or a lot of phases in your life actually contain these kind of energies. And now it's all here. My hand representing your hand. You're holding all these energies in your hand at once, and I feel like there is some trigger that you have to go through. I was saying earlier, there is some old trauma that still has a little bit of healing at least to do. And could be that this is the root of all of it, the bottom that you can finally grab and entirely tear out. And the result of it is wisdom, abundance, and death. I don't mean physical death, but the death of the effects of this trauma, the death of these energies. The wisdom card is not representing only wisdom that you gain by getting older and having more life experience. This is spiritual wisdom, which is different. And then we have future opposing to the waiting card, I feel. There is movement, and soon everything will change. Soon everything will be there. Everything that you saw in your visions, everything that you hoped for, it will be there very soon. And I'm gonna leave this part here and jump into the health and lifestyle part. And as I always say, don't take it literally, and do not replace this with a professional advice. First one is cold, savings, art, strength training, honey, virus, paperwork, B12, lemon, protein, and the last one, swim. Okay, I want one more. Gaming. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you for watching.